So, I have some vinegars, and they've been in the cupboard for a long time because there's not much work on this time of year, and they've collected some sediment at the bottom, which means that it's time to throw the vinegar away. There's nothing wrong with vinegar, but I think, it doesn't look very pleasing, but I think it's the start of the mother forming in the bottom of the vinegar. So what I'm going to do is not going to throw the vinegar away. I'm going to pour it into a container and see if we can collect a mother from this malt vinegar that we normally put on chips. I've got 6. I'm going to shake it up a little bit, and then I'm going to pour it back into a proper vinegar container like that. Just cheap malt vinegar. But it's got a top on it, hang on, that's got a hole in it, like that. So I'm going to pour the vinegar back into the container, and then we might get a mother forming from this old vinegar in a couple of months' time, and then that'll be kind of quite interesting, and then we can use that mother to make some more vinegar, which is quite interesting to me, because I remember years ago pouring out, my mum had a vinegar container, and this like gelatinous thing formed in the bottom of it, which I didn't know what it was at the time, and that was actually a mother, because it was just my mum just kept adding more vinegar to her vinegar pot from a container like that into one of those, and we got a mother forming at the bottom. So we thought it was disgusting and threw it away, but actually it was the mother. It was a mother that had naturally formed in the vinegar container. So hopefully I've got 6 of these, so I'm going to pour it back into that container, and then hopefully it'll form a mother if we leave it for long enough. So 7 months later, yes, yeah, 7 months later, and I think there's a mother in the bottom of this in this what we call it, in this vinegar container. So need to get it out. How am I going to do it? Let's find something a bit sharper. Right, I have a scalpel. So let's just carefully whip off the top of this malt vinegar container, and then we'll have a look, and then we'll keep it alive, and then is it alive? I can't remember. And then we'll put it in the container, and then we'll think about something we're going to do with it, which I potentially already have an idea. So, in retrospect, I should have used something else, because this is going to be extremely dangerous. Don't do this at home. Who am I kidding? No one does anything that I do. No one watches my videos. Well, apart from one video which a lot of people have watched, which I find very strange. So, oh, well, there we go. We didn't spill, we didn't slice my fingers off. We use that glass. So let's pour off the majority of this vinegar. We'll give it a taste. I'm not scared. And then we'll have a look to see if we've got a mother at the bottom of this container. I think we have. It's not floating on the top, it was at the bottom. I don't know if it's just... Let's pour it onto a plate. Pour it onto a bigger plate. I think we've got a mother. From what I've seen, that like mothers float on the top of vinegars, but this one is on the bottom. So I don't know if it's just the compacted sediment from the... So it looks like here that's certainly gelatinous, and it's gone like a mother. It's not That's definitely a mother. That's definitely a mother. So it's not that. It wants to break to bits. But that's certainly a mother. So, how does this taste? Doesn't taste of vinegar at all anymore. Doesn't taste of vinegar at all. So, is it just the bottom that tastes like that? No, it's gone back to water. So we need to carefully put that in there. So yeah, we have another in the bottom of there. So if we put some wine or vinegar in there, then it should, and pierce the top of that container, it should be okay. So what we're going to do, don't know, I'll have to have a think about that. So, and then I've got these two things of vinegar that I made ages ago that have just been sat on the windowsill, not doing anything, slowly evaporating. So is that a mother on the top of there? I don't know. Let's see if we can reach in with something. In retrospect, I should have. That might be a mother. No, I think that's just a bit of. No, I think that's a mother. It's still vinegary. That's still vinegary. So that might be. That might be a mother. So, but it's floating down to the bottom. That's just sediment at the bottom of that. Is there a bit of a mother in that? No, I think that's just sediment. So, but that's still vinegar, is that? Let's just have a proper taste. Let's do that. Oh, washed up. So this will have been out for 8 months. Probably made it about 8 months ago. I'm sure it's apple cider vinegar. Wow! Ugh. That's certainly vinegar. Wow, that certainly is vinegar. So, that's still fine. So, that's just a case of leaving it for months and months and months and months and months and months and months. And eventually, it becomes even more vinegary. Now the danger is that it will want to, like that has, that's turned into, wanting to turn back into water. Or something watery-ish. So we probably need to put a lid on that. So that's worked. And then this one was it the tinned peach juice that we fermented and then turned into vinegar. Doesn't look like there's a mother on top. It's a little bit cloudy. I don't think there's. No, I need to just wipe that spoon. Hopefully it's still vinegar. No, it's definitely vinegar. Wow, that's definitely vinegar. That sharp is that. So, there we go. They're definitely turned into vinegar. So what we're going to do with that? Have I got any vinegar in the cupboard? I might have got some vinegar in the cupboard. I think those are done. So we might just put a lid on those and use those as vinegar. I've got some. No, I haven't got any vinegar. I haven't got any malt vinegar. I haven't got any malt vinegar. That's a shame. I'll have to buy some. So we'll throw that away. We'll keep that. And we'll put some more vinegar in that. I won't call it, but that's certainly. So there's certainly a mother in there. So that could turn. I don't want to use that. I want to use some more malt vinegar. So that's worked. Potentially in another 6 months there'll be an update to this video. but that goes to show that we can actually make a mother from a malt vinegar that didn't have any, that didn't have a natural mother in it to start with. I don't think I've got any. Have I got any vinegar? I've got a natural mother in it. Yeah, there we go. So, got some of this, which is raw organic apple cider vinegar. Contains the mother. So, you can take cheap malt vinegar, leave the lid open so the air can get to it, and that vinegar will develop a mother, which is interesting? Question mark. Is it interesting? Yes, it is. It is interesting. So you don't actually have to make your own vinegar and it form a mother that way. You can buy some cheap malt vinegar. I think one of these, you know, they used to be really cheap. I don't think nothing's really cheap anymore. But not a lot of money. You could potentially make your own mother from malt vinegar. All you have to do is just leave it in the cupboard open for 7 or 8 or 9 months, and a mother will form at the bottom of the vinegar. So there we go. Interesting. It worked. Therefore, that's a success.